Alright, looks like my feed is coming in. Looking good. Local recordings working. And give it just a quick minute for people to come in. Alright. Let's see. I have to cut out these first couple minutes. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started and see who else decides to join in on the chat. Anyway, hello everybody, my name is Master Paladin, and welcome back to part 4 of Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix on the PS4. As you can see, I've done a lot of extra grinding between the last part and this part, as I'm about to display when I load this file. Managed to gain several level ups, but I also got all the material grinding that I needed done for all the material that's available. So I got a healthy supply of other items, but even more importantly, I got some really nice accessories for Sora. These are the cosmic arts are, in my personal opinion, probably the most useful accessory in the game. Each one gets you 9 HP, 2 MP, and 3 AP, if I recall. No, 2 AP. But the HP and MP boosts in particular make it so useful. So as you can see, we haven't even gotten to the new, or the next major part of the game where the difficulty spike occurs, and we've gotten some much nicer stats overall. And it's going to make the next little while a lot easier in comparison. It also frees up Donald and Goofy to get much better equipment as well. Actually, let me see if I can give the Beast anything good. Actually, yeah, I'll just give him a Heart Guard. Now, they don't have any items equipped right now, but I'm actually going to wait to... I'm actually going to wait to give them some items because it's not really going to help out in the next battle. So, yeah. Let's just go ahead and move on, since I'm sure you guys are tired of me explaining what's going on. I also got all the remaining Castle Chapel items, like off screen as well, the Clock Tower items, I mean, from Neverland. The ones that you get on each hour. I managed to get all of them, including the 2 o'clock one that I missed earlier. Which is why you see my playtime at 26 hours. because the game reads that as 2 o'clock. I don't know, it's a little strange. I'm kind of glad that they didn't bring that mechanic back. But alright, this is it. Time for the big fight. I'm just gonna let the cutscene speak for itself. Like, this right here is why I became a Kingdom Hearts fan.
Kairi! 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 Open your eyes!
It's no use. That girl has lost her heart. She cannot wake up.
What? You're not Riku?
The keyhole cannot be completed, so long as the last Princess of Heart still sleeps.
The princess? Kairi's a princess?
Yes. And without her power, the keyhole will remain incomplete. It is time she awakened.
Whoever you are, let Riku go! Give him back his heart!
But first, you must give the princess back her heart.
What's...
Don't you see yet? The princess's heart is responding. It has been there all along. Kairi's heart rests within you.
Kairi's inside me?
I know all that there is to know.
Tell me, who are you?
It is I, Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness. So, I shall release you now, Princess. Complete the keyhole with your power. Open the door. Lead me into everlasting darkness.
Sora! Forget it. There's no way you're taking Kairi's heart.
Welcome back to the chat, Devil Flare.
Come.
Now for my absolute favorite boss fight in the entire game. A lot of it is kind of trying to respond to how he is acting. Especially since you don't have Donald or Goofy helping out in this fight.
Now witness true power.
Especially when he goes into his dark phase like that. This is one of the things I really like about this fight, is it's very reactionary.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Now I don't have counterattack, so I do have to be a little bit careful. I do, however, have Combo Master, which really helps in this fight as well. It's definitely a great substitute. You know, when I'm not running right into his attacks.
Here it comes.
I love the music in this fight too. Alright, now we're in final phase.
Behold the power of darkness. It's over.
Like, the trick is not to panic.
Open your heart to darkness.
Oh yeah, I'm way over leveled.
Surrender.
Like, the main reason I did that was to make it a lot easier to get the Ultima... Like, it'll make it a lot easier to grind the Ultima Weapon.
There it comes. Behold the power of
Oh,
darkness.
okay, you're gonna do that. And you can avoid most of it. Like, Ars Arcanum helps, but you really shouldn't rely on it. But he's almost done. See, there he goes. And we get Ragnarok.
Riku!
The keyhole! It won't work! The keyhole's not finished yet!
What can we do?
Maybe we gotta go wake Kyrie up.
I think you're right. If we can free her heart. But how? A keyblade that unlocks people's hearts. I wonder.
Sora? Sora! Hold on!
Sora! What's happening to me? Falling into darkness.
Sora? Are you really? No, he can't be. I won't let him go!
So, you have awakened at last, Princess. The keyhole is now complete. You have served your purpose, but now it's over.
Do you think we can stop him all by ourselves?
I don't know.
Impossible.
No! You won't use me for this!
Riku!
You've gotta run! The Heartless are coming!
What about the keyhole?
Let's just get out of here.
Yeah, I try to make sure I don't talk during cutscenes like this, especially like such an emotional one that's super important to the story. But yeah, that last fight, it's really easy now because I've had so much practice with it. But I remember when I was first playing the game as a kid, and I was like 12 years old, like, I managed to beat it on my first try. So I wasn't like those people that kept dying and having to rewatch the cutscenes again. But when like, even though I beat it first try back then, it was really close. Like, it was a really close call. But the nice thing about it is that it's a really good... It really rewards you for learning the fight. Like, even if you're over-leveled... Like, regardless of whether you're over-leveled or not, you know, you can learn the fight and do really well in it. Also enjoy the really short, and probably the only time in the series that we get to play as a Heartless. Even though we can't do anything. Alright, Donald. Give it to me.
Godfather's heartless. Get lost, will ya?
Sora? Is that you?
Sora's gonna need a migraine pill after that.
This time I'll protect you. Sora!
Irie!
Kyrie, thank you.
Sora!
Sora!
Go now!
Come with us!
I told you before, I'm not leaving without Belle. Now go! The Heartless are coming.
Alright. Let's get out of here.
Tell me what happened. So the darkness is flowing out of that keyhole.
No wonder there are more and more Heartless everywhere. The only way to stop them is...
Seal the keyhole, right?
Maybe, but no one knows what will happen once it's sealed.
Well, we can't just stay here. We have to do something. I've got a friend back there.
That's right. You have one more friend to worry about. Riku's Keyblade must have been born of the captive princess's hearts. Just like that keyhole you saw. Of course, without Kyrie's heart, it remained incomplete. Once that Keyblade was destroyed, the princess's hearts should have been freed. Don't worry, Sora. If anyone can save your friend, you can.
Alright. Cue difficulty spike. Or at the very least, cue Heartless strength spike. Yeah, I try not to talk all that much during cutscenes in particular, but more importantly these ones, because at the end of the day, like, I think people like who constantly talk and make jokes like during moments like that, yeah, I got enough. Like, I think people who are, like, especially those that are like constantly making jokes during moments like that, I think it kind of takes away from the emotional weight that the story is trying to convey. And I don't know how it would affect other audience members, but I know to me that's pretty annoying. So we're in Traverse Town right now, but the Heartless just... but in all the worlds now, all the Heartless have rearranged and gotten a lot stronger. As, we're about to find out. I'm gonna throw Gravity Rot on. Help speed up the fights a little bit. Like, the defenders usually take pretty, like, a long time to defeat now because of their high stats. So you can just throw a gravity at them and they'll fall really fast. Or, I'm sorry, a gravity row. Thanks to the MP boosts I get from the Cosmic Arts, I actually prefer having the Olympia Keyblade for the strength and crit rate. At least until I get the next Keyblade. Oh. That was smooth. Hey, an elixir! I'm gonna need a lot of those later on. It's so nice to be able to stream like this again. I guess I should show off my synthesis shop progress, just to kind of show you all exactly what it was that I've been making. Like, I've pretty much got everything made except for those that require materials from like the final world. So like the energy stone, that's going to be from the stealth soldiers back in the room where we fought the Riku II fight. Like the stormy stone, that requires Neo Shadows in the final world. Same with Gales. Those come from Invisibles and Angel Stars. But I pretty much made everything else. And I think I just need to make these 4 items left. And then I should be able to make the Ultima Weapon. And my personal goal is I would really like to be able to make... I really want to be able to make the Ultima Weapon before I take on the Hades Cup. Because it'll just make it that much easier. I also did get all the special Heartless materials that are available too. So that'll save us a lot of trouble later on. I figured Sid would have that kind of contingency. I don't think our gummies need any more upgrades, though. I believe there should be some new ones I can buy. So we're just gonna cut to the waterway through here.
Come on!
Like, Traverse Town is now a great place to grind for crystal items, though, at least. So for people who like to grind for like the crystal crowns, opposed to cosmic arts, now is actually a good time to do so. But I actually prefer the cosmic arts because you get more health and magic that way. And I can get extra attack and defense from stat boosters. Yeah, the stealth soldiers kind of suck. Fortunately, I shouldn't need to fight that many of them. Let me check my notes. Yeah, I only need 6 energy stones. So it shouldn't take that long, and all 3 characters have Lucky Strike equipped as an ability. So that'll help expedite the process. And that's one thing that's really nice about Staff Route, is it doesn't take that, like, you don't have to be an unreasonably high level to get Lucky Strike. Oh, hey Kyrie, what's up? Oh my gosh, sun turned into night. It took a page from Golden Sun. And I do want to play that game again tomorrow. Walk into the light. It's not a trap, I promise.
A light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh, your grandma's story, right?
That's right. We were together.
You know what's funny? I looked everywhere for you, but you were with me all along. Finally, we're together, Kyrie. Now, it's time to get Riku back.
You think it'll ever be the same again between us? Riku's lost his...
When I turned into a Heartless, you saved me, remember? I was lost in the darkness. I couldn't find my way. As I stumbled through the dark, I started forgetting things. My friends, who I was. The darkness almost swallowed me. But then I heard a voice. Your voice. You brought me back.
I didn't want to just forget about you, Sora. I couldn't.
That's it. Our hearts are connected. And the light from our hearts broke through the darkness. I saw that light. I think that's what saved me. No matter how deep the darkness, a light shines within. I guess it's more than just a fairy tale.
Well, let's go!
You can't go.
Why not?
Because it's way too dangerous.
Come on, Sora. We made it this far by sticking together. You can't go alone.
Kyrie, even if we're apart, we're not alone anymore, right?
I can't help?
You'd kind of be in my way.
Okay. You win. Take this. It's my lucky charm. Be sure to bring it back to me.
Don't worry, I will.
Promise?
Promise.
Don't ever forget. Wherever you go, I'm always with you.
He is still a kid, but, you know, it's the rule of anime superheroes. Thank you, Oreoside, for the follow. It's greatly appreciated. Welcome to the crew. Oh yeah. Also time to hashtag make Riku great again. But like these cutscenes, like this entire part of the game is why I love Kingdom Hearts so much. It, like, regardless of what you think about the plot, it does a really great job of establishing a great emotional connection between all the characters. Like at least for me, like it really keeps me hooked in and wanting to see how the characters, you know, fare. It makes me want to see them succeed in their goals, for lack of a better term. But anyway, looks like Donald learned Jackpot, which we don't have the AP to equip yet. And honestly, at this point in the game, we've already got like oh yeah, well, I got a lot of money, but I can also buy orichalcums at the store now, if I recall. Get back here! It's a shame. There's a lot of, like, I think it was one of like 2 or 3 cutscenes that were in the final mix version, so not in the original. But it does tie in. It ties in really nicely with the other games. It also ties in pretty nicely with 0.2 when you think about it, because it's exactly around the same time when Aqua is struggling in the realm of darkness. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and check the shop while I'm here before I go talk to Sid again. I shouldn't need to get any of like these items. Let's see. I only need 1 more orichalcum. Yeah, I'll go ahead and buy it. And I can cross that off my list. Yes, I do have notes. That is some expensive weaponry. And I don't even think it's as good as the ones they've got on right now. But I'll just get them anyway, just in case. You never know. Yeah, let me just double check. Like, if you didn't get like these weapon drops from the wizards and defenders, then it probably would be good to get these items. But by now you get much better equipment anyway. What was it, Onyx Shield? Yeah. And the thing is, if you're going for the platinum, you're gonna have to buy each of these weapons anyway, since the platinum requires you to get every Keyblade, staff, and shield in the game. So there's like, and also if there's any trophies that you want me to try to display or show for you guys to help you get the platinum, let me know. I may even do like the Speedster no equipment challenge for those who may be struggling to get that trophy, or those trophies. Because both of those trophies require you to go out of your way. Yeah, I can get system up too. And the palette. I don't need to buy any of the other stuff. And once we get the last Dalmatian set, we'll actually get every single gummy in the game anyway. That is a really nice reward. for that. It's like, I don't know if I actually need... Well, let's see. I could replace the cockpit. There's really no need, though. Like, the Life G just makes it so that you get half your health back if you die. Which really shouldn't happen to us at this point. If it does... Like, before I jinx myself, like, if I die, that's gonna be really embarrassing for me. So far, I've only died once, but it wasn't in a gummy mission. Yeah. There's a couple of round ones I can replace. Actually, no. I'll at least replace the Protect Gs with Shell Gs. Just make it a little bit more consistent. Just touch it up a little bit. But at this point, except for, I guess, installing an Ultima G, there's really not much left to do on my ship. Except maybe install Tornado Gs, but I don't know if I have those yet. I don't know. It's not that big a deal, but I kind of like touching up my ship every once in a while. Especially because we're about to go through the longest gunning mission in the game. Because we can't just warp to Hollow Bastion now, we have to do another gunning mission. There are some super bosses and optional challenges that can be done now, but there's no point in, like, I am actually equipped enough that I can handle it, but I like to make sure, like, when it comes to super bosses, I like to make sure that I have all of my gear that I want to get. So I'd like to wait until I at least get the Ultima Weapon before starting the super bosses. In fact, I kind of want to wait until... And you'll notice there's a lot more gummy or enemy ships now. Yeah, I kind of want to wait until I have all my ultimate equipment before I do any super bosses. Just because it, like, it hits me, it helps hit me at my best against the best of the game. Especially, like, 3 super bosses in particular. That's going to be really helpful. Plus, the Ultima Weapon is just such a cool keyblade. How could I not want it? Yeah, I'll just use my Haste 2 gummy whenever I can, just to speed up the process. Holy G plus Haste 2G equals... Holy crap, I'm going faster than Sonic. Can't quite hit light speed though. Makes me wonder, you guys... Like, you ever wonder if gummy ships actually went out of fuel? Like, imagine how much it would suck if you were in a ship like this and you run out of fuel in space, and then you get stranded in space. Like, imagine how much that would suck just to get stuck in space like that. Oh, hi, Beast. Alright, so I don't have any training marks to do, so I am going to go ahead and put Beast in the party. Because we're already done with all the Trinities. Oh yeah, I probably should equip my new Keyblade. And it's one of my favorites in this game, too. Good old Oathkeeper. It's only 1 strength less than the Olympia, but the extra MP is always welcome. Yeah, I think I'll throw Thundara on. I also will go ahead and throw some items on. I'll throw some high potions on Donald and Beast, just to help keep them alive at this point. Not that we necessarily need it, because even with the stronger Heartless, we're actually in really good... we're in really good standing stat-wise. Like, as long as you're close to, like, about 40 strength around this part of the game, you're in really good shape. Regardless of which weapon route you pick. I think I should glide into that one. Yeah, additional bubbles have appeared around here. No, it's not in this one. I was wrong. Yeah, 'cause there are a couple of... No, it's not there. It's further up. But there are a couple of other treasure chests that we still have yet to get in this area. I think it was this one? Yeah, let's see if we can rush to that treasure chest before we... Like, the timing is pretty strict in this one. And it's a defense up. Perfect. That is exactly what I wanted. Or needed at this point. Like, our levels are pretty good, but because we... no, wait, I didn't sacrifice the shield. But... extra defense for Sora is always welcome. Because... if you're not careful, you can end up taking more damage than you would like for him to. Actually, I think that was the only chest left in this area to get, now that I think about it. I love playing with bubbles. I used to love playing with bubbles as a kid. When I was like really young. Like, I could probably play with it for hours and not get bored with it. Whoa! Thank you, Beast. Ah, the fatties are back! Also, I like the Keyblade sounds that the Oathkeeper makes. It's really satisfying. Ow! Alright, whoa. Yeah, see just how much damage I just took? Okay, that works. I love hitboxes sometimes. It's like, yeah, I'll just attack you through the railing. That'll work. Ow. I love Hurricane. That works. Yeah, because our MP is so high, our magic is going really strong. See how much damage I do with one Thundara? And once we get Thundaga, we'll pretty much be one-shot these guys. Thank you, Donald. See, sometimes Donald actually does learn his place and does what he's supposed to. Unfortunately, he doesn't do it nearly enough. In before my brother makes more Ronald jokes. Hey, another high potion is always welcome. Beast, get your beastly butt out of my way. Oh.
Come on!
Aw, there's counterattack. You know, if I had that during the Riku II fight, I would have just destroyed it. I would have absolutely destroyed the Riku fight with counterattack. Question is... I guess I can go ahead and take Treasure Magnet back off. Because I really, really want to put counterattack back on. Or on for the first time. Because counterattack really greatly increases the viability of ground combos. And I'm going to take a detour into the library for one particular reason.
Oh, Bell!
Oh yeah, better talk to her again. So we'll get another amazing endgame Keyblade. Now, I say amazing, I think it's a bit more debatable in the Final Mix version. But the main thing about Divine Rose, and I'll actually wait to equip it later. Like, I actually want to keep the Oathkeeper equipped just for a little bit longer, probably until after the next boss. But, the thing about the Divine Rose, it's really strong. It also has, like, it doesn't give you any MP, but it's really strong. And it has a critical hit rate of, I want to say, close to, if not at 100%. I got cornered. That was dumb. main trade-off is the critical damage multiplier for Divine Rose is really low. So it does constant critical hits, but the added damage isn't quite as much. I don't remember what the multiplier is though. I'd have to look it up. But like at least like once I get to the end of the world, I usually equip that Keyblade until until I get the Ultima Weapon, basically. So at this point, we're just making our way back to where we were before. Get these soldiers out of my face. Wow, they survived the Thundara. I'm impressed. And I usually camp in this corner here so that I avoid falling. Because chasing these guys down is a bit annoying. I prefer to let them come to me. Gosh dang it, Donald. Thanks, Donald. Thanks. That was very productive. There we go. It's like I'm standing there trying to bait this guy, and Donald just comes in and distracts him and is like, nope. Good job, Donald. You're as useful as always. What's up? How's it going? I like Beast, but he like gets in the way of the camera. I also sometimes forget that I can look at this game in first-person view. Makes me kind of interested to see how the new Kingdom Hearts VR is going to turn out. Like, it's probably not going to justify me getting it, but I will definitely watch other people play it just to kind of see how it turns out. Speaking of these kind of games, I'm actually really happy that a lot of Final Fantasy games are coming to the Switch now. I actually already got Pocket Edition Final Fantasy 15, like just this morning, and it's a far cry from the original game. But when you look at it as a standalone title, it's okay. Like, if you want like a much more abridged, version of 15, you can't go wrong with it. One thing I noticed about Pocket Edition 15 that I really don't like is it doesn't use the D-pad at all. And that makes no sense to me. Like, think about it. When you go into this menu, you can just use the D-pad, and it makes it so much easier to navigate. But in Pocket Edition 15, it doesn't use the D-pad. I have to use the analog stick to maneuver around it, and it sucks. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Boom. Ripple Drive is basically like Kingdom Hearts 1 Explosion. Yeah, with the much higher HP that enemies have, you definitely want to get rid of the green Requiems first. Like earlier in the game, I could get away with food. But like, if I try taking on the Defender with them around, it's just gonna keep getting healed. Even when you're over leveled. I do believe I have Encounter Plus equipped, so I should encounter Stealth Soldiers when I get back to that room. One thing is if you're a really big fan of like the Cosmic Arts accessory and you want to get more, after the Riku II fight, there's actually a really great spot for farming green Requiems in Deep Jungle. And that's the thing, some people prefer the Crystal Crown, but it requires a lot of crystal items. And the drop rate for crystal items are really low. Like even just trying to get 3 of them is a bit of a chore. And I think the Cosmic Arts are a little bit more useful overall anyway. At least for me they are. Hey, B's got more defense than he actually needs. I'm just gonna go ahead and talk to the princesses. Phenomenal cosmic powers. Alright, so we go ahead and save. Time flies when we're having fun. Jeez, Beast. No! Hey, maybe Donald can actually beat him. Yeah, that's it. Just keep tapping him in the butt, will ya? Oh my god, he actually killed him! Donald actually killed a Heartless one-on-one. It's a Christmas miracle. It's a Christmas miracle. Okay, I definitely have to highlight that later on. Alright, let's... Alright. So did we get... I don't know, did we get Stealth Soldiers? Oh yes we did! There he goes! Yeah! One energy stone down. That went really well. Now I'm probably gonna burn a cottage after all of this. Alright, enjoy your food. I think there's one more air soldier in this area. Oh, and I get another dark matter. How many do I have? Let's see. I've got 3. I need 4 more. So I'm probably gonna have to synthesize a few to get the amount that I need. So hopefully that's not gonna require more grinding than necessary. Well, I got a bright crystal. So go up here. Woo! Yeah, that should be all the puppies. Yeah, give me that Mickey Mouse symbol. Beautiful. That was pretty much the entire point of the game for me. Is we had to rescue the puppies, and we did. We rescued all the puppies. Now, some of you might think I'm crazy, but I'm actually gonna wait to turn it in until I'm about halfway through End of the World. Because if I turn it in, I do get Aeroga, but I also get like all the gummy parts. And I also want to be able to open all the treasure chests in End of the World. And some of them contain gummy pieces. And some of them contain gummy pieces that can only be... Like, once we maxed out on the gummy items, we can't open those chests anymore. Jeez, Beast, you used all the items? I don't know. Call me crazy. I just noticed defenders have really bad magic resistance. Ouch. Okay, I'll just whip an entire combo, that'll work. I'm throwing arrow on because it makes it a little bit easier. Like in the case I run into a stealth soldier, it'll make it a little bit easier to damage him. I'm pretty sure there's one more in here. Yeah, it's right there. You know, in hindsight, it was probably better to just bring the into the party. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, the annoying thing about stealth soldiers is they are not on the field for long. And you're not guaranteed to get an energy stone from defeating one. I don't remember what the drop rate is, but it is pretty high. So, with enough attempts and grinding, you can get enough. You only need about 6 of them. Alright, so... yeah, I'll just throw some more high potions on the beast. We got plenty. We got plenty of money, too. And then... because there's a boss coming right up. Like... well... yeah, I'll just use a cottage. We got plenty at this point. Alright. Time to finish off Hollow Bastion once and for all. Now, for people who struggled with the Maleficent fights and with the Maleficent Riku fights, you're in for a treat because this guy is a lot easier.
Come on! Come on! Come on!
Now, I never get the dodge roll timing right. But really, that's probably the worst part about the fight you have to worry about. It's only really a nightmare at level 1. I'm always late trying to dodge. Like, really isn't much to talk about it. The fight just speaks for itself. And we get an Omega Arts. Grants 3 HP, 3 attack, and 3 defense. So it's like a golem chain with an
Now
HP
let's
boost.
go and seal that big keyhole.
Sora, you did it.
We may never meet again, but we'll never forget each other.
No matter where we are, our hearts will bring us together again.
Besides, I couldn't forget you, even if I wanted to.
What's that supposed to mean?
Hurry! Come and close the keyhole!
Sora, good luck.
Sorry, I went through that one a little fast. Fyra became Fyraga. So we get our first Gust spell. Which is nice. The Gust spells are all really, really useful. In fact, there's another really good one we're about to go get as well. Oh, Beast, you didn't even use any of your items. Like, at this point, I'm probably not going to have Beast in the party anymore, because while item farming, I'm going to want all the Lucky Strikes. Plus, Goofy has a little bit more utility anyway. So instead, I'll just give him all the high potions. Yeah, because our other allies don't have Cosmic Arts like we do, or like Sora does. I am gonna make sure they have all the items they need for the next world. Oh, did I forget to put Fyraga on? I don't remember. Let me double check. Yeah, I put it on. Alright, so before we go into the next world, we're just gonna head back to the library. Because we need to talk to Aerith 3 times. I don't think it's missable. I think you can come back later and talk to her. But I like to just cover all my bases. And I just realized there's another treasure chest up there that I don't think I got. If I recall, it should be the one in the library. Yeah, because I flipped the switch that flipped it around in the previous part. So if 100% includes all treasure chests, I better go check up on that. Oh yeah, I am gonna go ahead and swap to Divine Rose now, finally. Oh yeah, there is another bad thing about Divine Rose. It's pretty short. It used to be longer, if I remember. I think they nerfed its length to make up for its strength and critical hit rate. But it's honestly not a bad trade-off. At all. So you talk to her once, and she's gonna give you the rest of the story reports for Ansem's report. There are still some bonus reports that you get from being like super bosses. But like in the original game, she gives you like the remaining 4 reports that you still need. Almost. You're still missing number 8, and I believe Hades gives you that one in the Colosseum. And like all this, like the secret reports in each of the games are nice because it gives you a lot of backstory. And information. Like some people, like, cause a lot of like people like ask certain questions, you know, about like how certain things come to pass in some of these games. And it's not just in Kingdom Hearts, but a lot of Final Fantasy games too. A lot of that backstory information are in like these type of journal entries. And believe it or not, I actually kind of like that because it forces people to kind of go out of their way to explore the world, you know, find these things, you know, read all of the flavor text and dialogue, and like read all the flavor text and dialogue and stuff, and it helps gets them a little bit more involved in the world. Makes it feel a little bit more fleshed out. Like one game, like, or one trilogy in particular, like the Final Fantasy 13 trilogy, like, I can see how some people would be confused by a lot of its plot elements, but almost all of it is explained in all, like, the data log entries. And the Rama belt, it's kind of similar to the Ifrit's belt, only slender based. It's like all you have to do, like, I get it, it takes a lot of reading, and some people would prefer to just play the game, and I can respect that. But at the same time, like, especially when it comes to RPGs, I think a lot of reading comes expected of you to have, like, some level of reading capability, as well as the willingness to read. So overall, I can kind of appreciate that. Oh, I didn't get Kiraga, didn't I? See, I kept talking about talking to Aerith 3 times. Make sure you do it. Yeah, that was the second time. Talk to her one more time. But here's the little light to protect you, Sora. I can't believe I almost forgot that, because Kiraga is one of the best spells in the game. Like, again, I don't think Kiraga is missable, but it's always a little bit annoying and embarrassing if you have to come back to it later. But anyway, I think that is everything for Hollow Bastion. And now the Hades Cup is available. Oh yeah, there is one more thing I forgot to mention about Olympus Coliseum. Another thing I did in between the last part and this part is I completed the remaining solo and time trial matches for the first 3 cups. And that includes the Hercules Cup. And, like, especially if you got all 3 Cosmic Arts before the Riku II fight, you'd be surprised how easy it is to do the Hercules Cup. It does take just a little bit of luck, though. Anyway, moving on. Final Gummy Mission. We are here. The end game is in sight. Oh wow, I actually got the Omega Blueprint. That's crazy. Guys are usually sturdy enough, I usually don't get it. Oh shit! That went really badly. I didn't realize my shield had gone all the way down. We're okay though. I just realized how badly I screwed that one up. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. This is how you don't play Kingdom Hearts Master Paladin Edition. Anyway, all jokes aside, we made it to the final world in the game. Aptly named one, too.
Gorge, is that all that's left of the worlds taken by the Heartless?
Those worlds will be restored if we beat Ansem, right?
You betcha!
But if we do beat him, and all these worlds become restored and disconnected, what's gonna happen to this place? And to us?
Well,
This is a Heartless world, so maybe it'll just disappear.
huh?
But no worries. Even if this place goes poof, our hearts ain't going nowhere. I'm sure we'll find our pals again. Yep, I just know that we will. Yep.
Yeah, you're right. I'll return this. I promise.
Healed Kings, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Come at a very good time. Now for one of the most annoying enemies in the game! Ow. Ha! I saw you coming. So you can see, the Divine Rose deals a lot of damage, but its critical hit multiplier is not that great. Its range is also kind of bad. Hey, we got our first Gale! That works out really well. See, I think Goofy is smarter than he actually lets on. Because everyone knows him as, well, a goof. But he's a lot smarter than we give him credit for. Oh my gosh, a Heartless encounter. And the thing is, you can start attacking these invisibles immediately as they spawn. And it's highly recommended you do, because the longer these guys are out in the field, the more of a pain they will be. Hey, Goofy learned MP Rage. I think I'm gonna throw that on. Now I think about it. And we get a pretty stone. Yeah, that was needed. Doing pretty good on items still. Now let's see, for Gales, I only need 8 total according to my notes. So hopefully it won't take me that much longer to get them. Do I need to throw another one on? I mean, I can... I guess I can temporarily move Cheer. Because Goofy being able to restore his MP faster is a huge boon, because it exponentially increases the usefulness of his MP gift. Pretty stone is needed because the stone is pretty. It is pretty, I'll give you that. This one should be a Heartless. Yeah. And it's a behemoth. This is another thing I really like about Final Mix. The behemoth recolorings are beautiful. And on top of that, they recolor each and every behemoth. There's like multiple recolors for the behemoth, and they all look amazing. This one in particular has got a gorgeous blue. Oh. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have dodge rolled under him. That was pretty stupid. Okay. Gotta wait for him to bring his head back up. These ones are easier than the actual boss fight to deal with, though. And he dropped a mithril shard. Kinda hoping he'd drop a mithril, too. Although I did get a mithril from the chest. And these little island things, they basically form an arrow, so you can just follow them. Hey, angel stars! These guys suck too. They're even invulnerable. Like sometimes they guard and they like to block hit damage. They can deal a lot of magic attack. Like the purple tornado ones in particular are a big pain in the butt. They're also invulnerable to both thunder and I think gravity. I could be wrong though. And we get an elixir. Both invisibles and angel stars both drop gales. So we're gonna want to fight a lot of them. Open this up, and it's a mithril shard. Very good. And more heartless. Good job, Donald. Now we do want to grab any treasure chests that drop. Now we do want to grab any of their item drops immediately. See, there's our second Gale. Because I believe once the game auto transitions back out, the items disappear. Oh, sweet! Another Gale! I interrupt myself a lot, but it's okay. Another pretty stone. Thanks, game. See, the game knows its priorities. So we'll go this way. And a cottage. So we got our cottage back from earlier. And more heartless. Uh-oh. Oh! See, that's what I mean from earlier. And it targeted Goofy. Aw, sweet! Gale number 4! I'm getting them fast. My overall drop rate in this particular run-through has been really good. Like, my luck has been really good so far. And I get another Gale. Excellent. That brings me up to 5. Wow, I got that fast. Just need another 3 more according to my notes. And another Heartless encounter. I see a lot more Dark Balls at this point in the game, too. And an AP up. I'm gonna go ahead and just burn that on Sora. Yeah, I don't have stun, impact, or gravity break equipped. They're not really that useful at this point in the game. I mean, gravity break is actually really useful for one boss fight in particular, but that's it. It also only has a 30% chance of proccing. Yeah. Alright, so we're almost done with this first area. Just got one more fight to go through. And it's another behemoth. We're back to that beautiful blue. A beautiful gray and blue color. Like, I don't know if I like the color for this one better or the one for the Hades Cup. Oh, that one I did it too early. Uh-oh. Thank goodness for Leaf Bracer. For a second there, I thought I was about to get sniped again. Yeah, that fight could have gone a little better. That's okay. Aw, no item drop this time. Behemoths come in limited quantities, so... Would have been nice to have gotten maybe a couple orichalcums or something from them. So we're gonna get a lot of gummy block-like items here. Now, navigating this place is a little bit annoying, but I actually kind of like it. There's a lot of treasure chests you can find around here if you're clever enough. Although the drill G is really useless. It's got no use. Like, especially at this point in the game, like, the only reason to get more gummy blocks is if you really want to do the gummy missions. And even then, you don't have to do all of them to get the platinum. I mean, you used to have to in the... Like, you used to have to do that in the PS3 version. But in the PS4 version, they rebalanced the trophy so it no longer requires that. Now, forgive me for taking a little bit of time to explore this area, because I don't remember where all of the treasure chests are. So I've actually only ever gotten the treasure chests in this area a couple of times. Yeah, you can hop back up like that. But I like to kind of come to fly up a ways because it gives me a good vantage point to try to see what chests I may be missing. Now, can I make it with glide? Yes, I can. Yeah, see, there's a chest right over there. And then I believe there's one inside that chest over there. So I'll go ahead and open that up. Oh yeah, I forget. Yeah, this is why. Because you get Donald's Meteor Strike in here. Let's actually compare that. I don't know if it's actually... It actually is stronger. It's a lot stronger than the Wizard's Relic, but it takes away his much needed magic. Alright, I'm gonna come back up here. So I think there's just one more chest or two in this area. Sorry, I'm trying not to take too long in this segment. Oh yeah, then I'll glide over here. Then I can climb up here, and I should be able to get back up to the top this way. I'm just trying to get like as high a vantage point as I can. Get with this. Can I make it? Yes. Get that chest. And hey, a dark matter. Perfect. I need more of those. Let's see. I've got 4. I need 7 total from what I calculated that I needed left. So if I come up here, then I should be able to glide into this spot. And now we get Heartless. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure he gets something inside. I do know. I guess we'll go ahead and fall down here. Oh yeah, was that the treasure chest that I grabbed before? It was, wasn't it? Alright, I think I actually got almost just about everything. Maybe. Oh, I will go into that hole though. And there's Gale number 6. When you get the tech, but Goofy still gets damaged. Oh, sweet. Gale number 7. Dude, my Gale drop luck is insane. Can I get one more? Were there any chests on the ground floor? I don't remember if there were. I can always just climb back up if I fall down. So yeah, let's do it. I guess I just kind of want to see what was down here, just to make sure. I mean, I have to. I'm a completionist. Might reach it by jumping. That's an astute observation game. Oh yeah, there is another chest up here. So I'll go ahead and get that. And it's a full life G. So the full life G works the exact same way as the life G. It restores your Gummy's armor when you die, but it restores it to full instead of to half. And now we reached a much needed save point, so that we don't have to do that annoying bit of platforming again. And now I believe we've gotten everything in here. Let's see, can I go to the ship in this one? I think I can. I'll actually wait though. Now I got another one of my favorite parts of the game. Because I like it because it's basic. Like, I like moments in like final dungeons. Like, I like final dungeons that kind of take you like a blast of the past kind of thing, where you have the little segments that take you back to the older parts of the game. This is basically telling you, hey, all these important parts in the game are coming to a head. Fortunately, all of them are just as simple as beat the enemies and grab the treasure chest. Now, in the original, in the vanilla game on the PS2, these chests would contain like a copy of like the boss drops that you got throughout the game. But they actually have different prizes in the Final Mix version. Donald! Why? He was one hit away from dying. Why did you stop him? That is so annoying, Donald. Donald! Donald Weasley. Bam! That's a little annoying. So let's see, in this one you get a spirit gem. It's not nearly as impressive. I'd actually rather just get another Brave Warrior. As useless as that accessory is at this point in the game. Goober, you're out of items. I'm actually gonna throw you some potions at this rate. 'Cause you're eating up all my good stuff. Where's the clown armor? It actually would be kind of interesting if we actually did get to fight those bosses again. That matched the world that we were in. Now the thing is that if you have already completed the worlds that corresponds to the memory, you actually can choose to skip the world replay if you want. The pillar will show up as purple. But if you skipped that world, like if it's one of the optional worlds and you haven't completed it yet, you have to do the memory for it before you can advance. So for example, if you skipped playing Atlantica earlier in the game, you have to do the Atlantica segment. You can't skip it at this part. So it's kind of interesting. And this one we get a Thunder Gem. And I think almost all of the materials we get in these chests I've already got. Like all that I need. At this point, I'm just doing all the world replays to get more experience points. Because if I could get to like level 60 by the time I take on the Hades Cup, I'll be in really good shape. Bam. I can kind of reach you. Bam! Okay, that critical hit rate was great. Treasure for this one's hiding over here. And it's a Frost Gem. To be fair though, Frost Gems are a little bit annoying to get. Because you can only get them from like the jellyfish Heartless in Atlantica. So I believe this is the Deep Jungle segment? Yeah. Sorry, but you won't troll me with that banana snack. Ow. Okay, I was wrong. Gosh dang it, Goofy, why'd you trip?
Fire!
You're not the only one who can shoot things from afar. Yeah, get that slingshot out of here. Leave the slingshot shenanigans to Zelda. Did I bring my jellyfish net? No, but I should have. I could use some good jellyfishing right now. Now we're in Agrabah.
Come on!
Well, I got an AP up. That's nice.
Come on!
Yeah, this is... And see, here's the thing. Now that I have counterattack, these guys are easy. Like, they used to be a bit of a pain in the butt to fight because I didn't have counterattack yet. But now that I do, these guys are a piece of cake. Easy as pie. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh. Fat Bandit gonna snipe me again. No way. Never again. Or at least I pray to God that doesn't happen again. You know what? It's possible the bandit might snipe me again, but probably not until Kingdom Hearts 2. Especially when we get to critical mode, that's gonna be a bit of a pain in the butt. So let's just head out that way.
See ya!
I'll just save myself some time and just...
Fire!
But here's the thing, these guys don't split up if you kill them with magic. There we go. I'll start from afar. At this point, I don't mind losing out on some of the money drops. Ah! Oh my gosh, let me down, please. Alright, so... I don't remember what I get. I think it's a Thunder Gem in this chest. AP up. Why are you so insistent that I play level 1? Like, do you just enjoy taking the fun out of my life? Like, how about this? If I can get up to 100 followers, because I'm a sadist... Well, no. In that case, I'd be more of a masochist if I enjoyed punishing myself in that way. So I'm more of a masochist in that regard. Like, how about this? If I can get up to 100 followers, I'll attempt a level 1 playthrough. Keyword attempts. I'm not promising that I'm going to be able to finish it, but I will attempt it. I mean, I have done a level 1 playthrough before, but it was in Birth by Sleep, not KH2. And it was only because Birth by Sleep's combat is pretty broken. Where even if you're at level 1, you can do just a as well as in any other playthrough. But I will attempt to level 1 if I get enough followers, just to see what it's like. So how about that, people? Spread the word to your friends and family. Let's get up to 100 followers. Oh, it's very unbalanced. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Birth by Sleep and Drop Distance. I can play those games any day of the week. But they are busted games in terms of balance. Like, basically, just about everything in those games are way too easy, with the exception of the super bosses, which are way too hard. At least Birth by Sleep super bosses are way too hard. Like, I'd almost have to do a highlight for the mysterious figure fight alone, just because of how much that fight sucks in Birth by Sleep. And I do not look forward to doing that fight on stream at all. Just letting it out there, just kind of as a warning when we get to Birth by Sleep. That boss fight sucks, and I hate doing it. And when you guys do it, you'll hate it too. Anyway, rant over. You get a Lucid Gem. I'm surprised no booby traps came out. Alright, we're almost through. Spooter! Counterattack will make fighting the pirates a lot easier too. Like, it really is that useful of an ability. Hey, we get Goofy's Mighty Shield. I wonder how... I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, it's actually really strong. It's actually a pretty good shield for him if you so choose. But I don't mind giving him the Defender, because that extra MP makes MP get that much better. Let's go up here. At this point, I'm just getting more experience. And the thing to note now, when we first started the game, since there's no... Well, yeah, that too. And when I actually get to the game, I'll explain that in more detail as well. That'll be a ways off. But the thing is, we picked the night route. So our experience gain was a lot slower in the early game. But we're way past level 42, which is the catch-up point in terms of experience. So now, believe it or not, we're actually leveling up faster. Like, we're actually now leveling up faster than the other two routes at this point in the game. So when it comes to actually, like, you know, grinding, like the end-game grinding, setting up for the bonus boss battles, those are going to be a lot faster. Like, that process is going to go a lot faster. And it's the main appeal behind picking the night route. Extra challenge throughout a lot of the early games was a nice addition for me. Pick up a much needed Mega Elixir. Nothing hiding there. We also get our next save point, which is right before the next boss. But now, I'm actually gonna just kind of take a quick little detour and just warp to Traverse Town. Because there's a little something we need to do there. But yeah, BBS bosses don't have revenge value. They can just break out of combos at will. That is correct. I mean, there are some times when you can get a stagger in on some bosses, but it's extremely iffy, and it's not reliable at all. So instead of like actually programming proper revenge values, they just made it so that they can break out at will. And yeah, it's pretty terrible design. Like, a lot of the later boss battles, especially super bosses, tend to be a lot of just dodge. Like dodge, spam dodge, time dodge, and then occasionally do a counterattack. Well, we managed to avoid the Sniper Wild's gaze this time. So let's go ahead and turn in all the puppies. Aw, this is adorable. And we get Aeroga! And we've completed the gummy collection. Aw, that just... it just makes me so happy inside. The big happy family is back together again. Now, the main reason I waited till now to do it was because I wanted to get all those treasure chests from earlier in the final level. But on top of that, getting Aeroga is going to make the next boss so much easier. Like, it really makes all the difference. It'll also make the gauntlet near the end of... like, it'll also make the gauntlet after that fight a lot more manageable. Yes, please, more high potions. Get the fuck out of there! Sniper knows sniping. It's a great quote. So at this point, I don't think I can, yeah, because I've got like the maximum amount of each gummy possible, I now can't buy any more of them. It also means any treasure chests that have them, I can't get either. But, I can make literally any ship I want now. So for those people, for maybe like the 2 people that really care about the gummy missions, they'll have a field day with those. And let me guys know if you want me to actually show off the gummy missions at all, at least to any capacity. Like, I don't know if I'll complete all of them, because it's really not that important, not even for the platinum. Game in Kenshin, thank you for following. It's glad to have you here. Oh, the amount of new followers I got tonight's amazing. I think it was this one. I also love all the like serious names and stuff that they come up with in like final dungeons in these games. Like they're all just really amazing. Alright, so continuing where we left off. This one cannot be skipped, obviously. You have to do it. And there are a lot of invisibles here. Ow. Uh-oh, we've been marked. Ow. Oh, we've been marked again. Ow. That was way badly timed. Yeah, I don't always have the best timing in the world. So I hope I don't bring shame upon you whenever I mistime something. Oh, sweet. Sorry, hold on just a moment, guys. Alright, so we go ahead and examine this. Get some much needed text. Now we get some enemies. But I like that, because that's the first mention of the actual title drop of the game. Brings a little bit more of the finality toward this world, and the game in particular. It also foreshadows a lot of what's about to happen next, or about to happen in the endgame. Okay, so that's cleared. So we're about to go in. Question is... Actually, I think I'm in a good spot. I don't need to burn a camping set on that. I do need to refresh the high potions, though. I'm just throwing some potions on there too, just because it's... like, a lot of these items are going to be eaten in the next fight. So it's mostly just there for safety's sake. Now it is possible to say, like, summon Tinkerbell or Mishy or something, but it's really complex. So we're not going to worry about it in this fight. Oh my gosh, it's Chernobog. What a great boss to put in this world. But is it just me, or does fighting this guy absolutely suck in Tinkerbell? Ow. This is another reason why you want to have Leaf Racer for this fight. Like, otherwise you're gonna have to back off a lot. But this way we can just play aggressively. Just like that. I love the music though. Like, I absolutely adore Night on Ball Mountain. Well, there goes Donald. But we're almost done. We're almost done. We're almost done. Yeah! I made him mad. I also made him dead. At least until Dream Drop Distance, when he comes back, because Disney death. I gave him a Disney death, so he'll be back. Just not in this game, though. And we get Super Glide! Woo! Finally, no more slow-ass glide. And I will not forget to equip it this time. The question is, how many items did... Oh, he only burned like 3 potions. That's great. That's actually really good. So I'll go ahead and throw those on. Also, who else loves the music for, like just the overworld music for this world? Like the Dive to the Heart music. Like, I absolutely love it. I could listen to it for hours. Because it's really calm and serene. Like, I've had times where I actually, like, wait at the final save point sometimes, and just leave it on and just listen to the music, like, in the background, like, while I do work and stuff. Ow! He jumped on me! He jumped on me like a freaking Goomba! Look how much health he took away! See, even in the end game, you gotta be careful. Oh my gosh, get your head back up here. Now, this is a marathon fight. So you will want Aeroga on at all times. Because if you die, you have to start the entire marathon fight all over again. In fact, if you did this, like if you're doing a level 1 playthrough, like I've talked about earlier, this is the worst fight in the game. Bar none. It is the absolute worst fight to do at level 1. Because there are so many waves that you have to go through, and it's very easy to die. You're going to be relying on several, if not, you're basically going to be relying on all of your summons. In fact, just for extra safety's sake, I'm going to throw Tinkerbell out there. Because, knowing my luck, I'm going to screw up and I'm going to die. Wait, did I get invincibility frames casting Arrow? Does casting Arrow give me Leaf Racer invincibility? Please tell me it does. That would be awesome. See, everyone talks about how useful Goofy is, but let's not forget that Tinkerbell is the real MVP here. Also, Aeroga can reflect projectiles. Most of them. I wonder, can I get one more Gale drop before it's all over? I just needed one more, right? Come on, RNG, let's keep the blessings going. Ow. I won't let you put your sword down. It's like just when you think it's over, there's more. There's more. The fun isn't over yet. Ow. It's not over yet. Still more to go. I wonder, is this the last one? Yeah! Gale! That should be the last one I need. Oh, what I need? Oh, high potion. That's always welcome. Oh, dang it! No, no attack for you. I do like how intense this fight gets at times. Like in a normal playthrough, this is a great fight because of how intense it gets at times. At level 1, though, it's a goddamn nightmare. Like, especially, like, when you watch, like, Biscuit 47 speedruns of it. Like, it gets really tense, because, like, one screw-up is gonna get you killed. I'm just gonna stock those back up. Well, I might throw those high potions back on when I'm ready. Alright, we made it. We made it to the final save point. But, it's not the end of the game yet. We still got stuff we gotta do. But basically, we've got like a whole choice of things to do. We can do the Hades Cup. We've got some super bosses to get through. I still want to do grinding for the Ultima Weapon. So, and we're only 2 hours into the stream. I got here faster than I expected to. So, I guess at this point, let me consult my notes, see what I still have left to get. Let's see, I still need 3 dark matters. I'm gonna have to synthesize those. So I may have to grind for those materials. I still need 5 energy stones from the stealth soldiers. I've got all 8 Gale, so that's done and over with. And then there's the Stormy Stone, which I get from Neo Shadows. I'm gonna need 4 of those. And the Neo Shadow fight is kind of miserable too. But we should be at the level where we can handle that. So let me go back to Traverse Town and see what I can actually make. My big goal, like my absolute big goal right now is to get the Ultima Weapon. I'm gonna make that my next goal. So accessory shop. Let me see my journals. Guess I'm just crossing them off just to see what else is left. I do that by habit. I think I get most of these after the Super Bosses and Hades Cup tournament. Anyway. Sorry, I am trailing off a lot in this one. So I do need to make one anyway. So that'll bring me up to 5. Go ahead and make a Mega Elixir. Go ahead and make a ribbon. Alright. I still have to get that one more, don't I? Yeah. Alright, let's go find the Neo Shadow, shall we? So the Neo Shadow is the special Heartless in End of the World, and it's going to be found in that room we were just in. So, back to End of the World. So I'm probably gonna end up having to come in and out a lot. Just because I need to get this guy to show up. Well, he's not there, but I can get some experience points anyway. So I guess at this point, like, there's gonna be a lot of repetition, so let me see if I can't do anything to try to make it a little bit more interesting. If there's like any subject or anything you want to talk about, just let me know. The Neo Shadows are annoying, especially in this game. In Kingdom Hearts 2, not nearly so much. But in particularly this game, but also in Recom, they are just really annoying. So can I get it to spawn? Do I have Encounter Plus equipped? I should. Yeah, I do. You get Encounter Plus once you've made, I think, 15 items from the Moogle. There you are. There's one down. So they can only be attacked and damaged at specific times. On top of that, I think they can only be killed by finishers at specific phases. So I'll just spam Ragnarok a bit, just kind of help cut them down to size a little bit. I just need to get one Stormy Stone right now, just to finish that category of synthesis I need to get. Ah, come on. Alright, another one's down. Yeah, and they coordinate attacks too, which is part of what makes them dangerous as well. Uh-oh. Thank you, Leaf Racer. Hey! Alright, I fucking hate that. Alright. There we go. And there's that Stormy Stone. Yeesh, what a pain in the butt. Can't believe I have to do that 3 more times. Yeah, Recom is next. That's not far away now. Like, depending on how much I have left to do in the next part, I might end up going straight into Recom. Like, I may actually end up going straight into Recom after, like, in the next part. I weathered the storm for the Stormy Stone. Haha, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Alright. Let's go back here. Like, if I can at least get the Ultima Weapon, I could probably just go ahead and do the Hades cut right now. Boom. I would have enough to make 2 more dark matter. Let's see. Oh, I can make his goofy 7 elements right now. Yeah, there's where I need the 3 more Stormy Stones from. Oh no! Oh, and there's where I need the other 5 energy stones. Let me make the... well... yeah, I'll go ahead and make it for Goofy. He doesn't need that much more strength. The MP would actually be really useful for him. One, 2. Yeah, so that's it for dark matter. Oh no. Yeah, you know what that means. We gotta do 3 more rounds with this fucker. Whoops, pardon my language. I just got demonetized from YouTube before I could even monetize it. Yep. Yeah, 7 elements attack is really weak, but it gives Goofy some really nice MP boost. Da, 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 da. So, any subject you want me to talk about? Something that'll make this just a little bit more interesting? Or are you guys just entertained from me, making noises at this stupid fight? Oh. Ow. Oh, I didn't know I could get interrupted from that. It's almost like they wait for me to stop being invincible before they attack again. Oh, it won't let me summon. Uh-oh, and they're both dead. I probably should have equipped them with some high potions. I mean, there's nothing else I could use that money for at this point. Alright, this is going a little bit more smoothly than the last fight. Okay, so I can't summon summons during a special Heartless fight. I did not know that. You probably realized how much of a cheese Tinkerbell is and didn't want her in this fight. Yeah! Get the fuck out of that hole in the ground. There we go. 1 down, 2 to go. Donald was KO'd when I tried. Yeah, does that mean I should stop trying? If I stop trying, does that mean Donald's gonna try harder? Probably not. So much item menuing, I apologize. There, that's a little better. Probably should conserve some of those ethers, but I do have a lot at this point. I think I can sack a few of them. It's for the greater good of getting those damn stones. We can do it! Ultima Weapon hype! Ultima Weapon hype. You gotta do it. And getting the Ultima Weapon now will make... Like, if we get the Ultima Weapon now, it will make getting the energy stones a little bit easier. Alright, that's fine. And I got 2 Gales that I don't even need anymore. RNG, please. And I don't know. I think it's possible to defeat Neo Shadows and not get a Stormy Stone, if I recall. Like, if I recall, I think it's entirely possible. But I don't remember the drop rates. All I know is what materials are what and where you get them from. At least Encounter Plus makes respawning heartless much easier. Ow. More Gale. Ha! I actually timed it right for once. Ow. Like, I was trying to catch him as he was coming back up, and Invisible was like, nope. How close am I to another level up? Another 10,000, 11,000 experience points. Oh, come on! Alright, fine, whatever. Parry frames! Bad! I got an ether. That's something. RNG, please. Actually, let me just, I may actually have to leave and come back again. Yeah, let me just do that. Try to reset it that way. It's a little annoying, but sometimes you have to do that. Oh, come on. And now I'm getting trolled. The RNG didn't like my comment from earlier. I shat on its generosity, so now it's shitting on me. I scorned its generosity. I apologize, dear RNGesus. Please forgive me, for I have sinned. I used up all my RNG. Yeah, RNG is like a Pokemon, and I ran out of points. Well, at least gave me another Gale. Maybe it forgave me. We'll see. RNGesus. It's a really useful Pokemon move, but it only has 5 PP. Alright. Actually, I wonder. Maybe I have to soft reset. Ow! What the hell? And the thing is, like, you know how much damage I am negating with Aeroga? Just because of how much MP I have? The amount of HP I'm cutting down with Aeroga is ridiculous. Like, it's really that useful to spell. Unless I'm fighting the Ice Titan. Like, if I'm fighting the Ice Titan, then it's a crapshoot. In fact, I'm actually gonna do that. I'm gonna soft reset and see if that'll help. Alright, please. Will that work? No? Oh, come on. I'm getting lots of tech points now. Come on, guys. Please, let me get the Ultima Weapon on stream before the night is over. Alright, viewers, let's pray to RNGesus. Okay, there we go. Well, that was a waste. I got one down at least. Oh, come on. These Neo Shadows are jerks. They know I'm trying to use Ragnarok, so they time their attacks to cancel out my last assault. And I'm a little paranoid, so yeah. Extra heal there. Thank you, Goofy. Sorry if I go a little quiet at times, but this fight really is annoying. I gotta concentrate. Oh. Thanks, Donald. Uh-oh. Yeah, look at how much health Kira restores. Ah. Almost. They just won't die! Okay, another one down. Oh, we're down to 2. It's like I gotta get through that annoying phase where they grab me. Oh no. Oh no. No, no, no. Okay. Ah! Okay, come on, come on, come on. Ah! I took too long. I took too long, so they respawned. Come on. Please. I hope that doesn't affect my drop. Great. There we go. Jeez. Ugh. One more. One more. Please let this be it. Oh. You're out of items, Goober. Alright. The struggle is real. See, even at level 60, with relatively optimum equipment, these guys are a pain in the butt to fight. Like, I'll take the stealth soldiers over these guys any day. Now the question is, should I go after Donald's Fantasista? Because at this point, you know, once I get this last item, it's just the energy stones that I need left. Like, it'd probably be good for the experience points, at least. It'll probably give me something, a little bit, something extra to do. What do you think? Should I try my hand at the Hades Cup when I get the Ultima Weapon, or should I go after the energy stones? Like, I'm probably not going to be able to get to the super bosses this stream, but definitely in the next stream I'll get through all of them. It'll give me a good opportunity to do some level grinding. Because I don't need to show level grinding. We all know how to grind levels. I'm just trying to think of ways to make, like, this bit of the game more entertaining for you guys. Ultima Weapon. Hades Cup can be a good hour if enemies troll. That is true. It is a 50-round match. I mean, we're not even at the 3-hour mark yet. We're close. I think I could probably do the initial Hades Cup challenge. And then, like, I could probably do like the initial Hades Cup challenge. Ow. Oh, why did I didn't need to do that again. So that's probably what I do. Once I get the Ultima Weapon, I'll just do the Hades Cup. And probably call that good for a stream. I may just farm the stealth soldiers off camera in that case. Just because it is annoying, and I'm sure you guys got enough entertainment from watching these guys. Alright, come on. Let's try to speed this up along, shall we? I may have to soft reset again. Probably not. Oh well, I'll just get a little bit more experience. If I could get a defense up, that would be great. Well, I certainly have plenty of Gale. More than I'm ever going to need, probably. Yeah, I'm just gonna save again and then just soft reset again. See if that will coax the Neo Shadows into spawning. Alright. Please? No. It's almost more annoying to spawn the Neo Shadow than to fight them at this rate. Okay, there he goes. I love the sound effects for Ragnarok. Okay, that actually didn't really work out that well. Okay, I got one of them down. And it's really hard to time the dodging like that. I think you may have the Leaf Racer. And Donald is dead. Alright, that was worth it. Gotta keep my health up. There is a specific pattern to dealing with these guys, but it's not really that easy. It's just more how many Neo Shadows are left determines the type of formations they use.
Come on! This should help. Wind!
This is one of those reasons why I'm really glad to have Cosmic Arts. Because all the MP that I need to use is ridiculous. Oh, okay. I am gonna have to remember to take Ripple Drive off when I get to the super boss fights, because it's useless against them. Like, their magic defense is just way too high. Like, as soon as one of them tries the whole grabbing from the ground nonsense, I'll know I'm just down to 2 left. Yeah, see, I'm just down to 2 left. So it should be the last one. Ah! Let go of me! There we go. Yes! That's the last one! The last stone! Finally! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's go get it. I spent the entire game, several hours of off-camera grinding building up to this point. So we're gonna make it pay off right now. Accessory shop. Hallelujah! Yeah! Ultima Weapon, baby. Just look at this. 14 attack, so it's even stronger than Divine Rose. Its range is insane. It has a 75% critical hit rate, and its multiplier is ridiculous. It's higher than average too. It also gives me 2 extra MP. So our magic power goes up tremendously. Like, look at that. Our magic bar is longer than our health bar. I mean, just look at this. Look at this gorgeous weapon. This is the other reason I like getting the Ultima Weapon in these games. It's a freaking gorgeous weapon. Like, they really know how to make it look just freaking phenomenal. Now let's go test this sucker in the Coliseum, shall we? Completing the Hades Cup the first time is actually going to get us a lot of neat stuff, too. Because we can get 3 of the 4 remaining spell upgrades to get. And we have to get all this. We have to get all the Guz spells to get Donald's Dream Staff. And we can only get, and you get Blizzaga, Thundaga, and Graviga all from the Hades Cup. See, my items are still good. Let's see. Well, yeah, it'll be fine. I am gonna load them up entirely with high potions, though. Like, I just need them to be able to keep their health up for like the first half. Because the faster we can get through the first half, the easier, or the less frustrating the second half will be. I also need to rearrange some abilities to be more fitting for the Coliseum. Oh yeah, do I need to... Let me see... Yeah, see, I can put Donald with the Crystal Crown. To help him with that. I don't think I need to throw anything else on him. Let's see, in Goofy's case... Yeah, in Goofy's case, I'm actually going to throw the Omega Arts on top instead of the Ravenclaw. Just to give him a little bit more stats. Now for abilities, I don't need Cheer because I'm not going to be using any summons. I don't need Evolution either. Actually, yeah, he's got pretty good on that. So does Donald. Like, he's got just about every ability on now. For Sora's case, though... Ooh, Berserk. That's not too bad in a pinch. Let's see, there's no items, so I will remove Lucky Strike to get. Throw on Berserk. I don't really need any combo pluses, I don't think. I actually don't really like combo pluses that much in 1 and 2. I think it gets in the way more than it helps. I don't think I should have both Ars Arcanum and Ragnarok, but I will remove. I think I'll throw on Strike Raid instead of Ragnarok, because Ragnarok is really reliable. Do I want to keep Ripple Drive on? May as well. I don't think it will hurt. Like, it won't hurt at this point. Oh, I still got 2 to spare. Never mind. I guess I'll just throw Lucky Strike back on. Screw it. I got more than enough AP in this at this point. Alright, at this point I think everybody looks good. So, I'm gonna go ahead and save again. And then let's do it. We're just shy of the 3-hour mark. I think we got time to take on the Hades Cup. It is definitely a bit of a marathon. So, which is kind of the main twist of the Hades Cup. No, I'm not doing that question mark just yet. I'll save that for later. I'll save that for next time. And the reason why I want to save... Like, the main reason I want to save the super bosses for later, you pick the staff route. There's a very key ability that we would really like to have, but we don't get that ability until we reach level 90. What the fuck, Donald? See, I'm trying to explain stuff and trying to sound intelligent, and Donald just starts off by throwing stop on him. I set your advanced magic AI to, like, don't do it. But I digress. What was I trying to say? Before I got so rudely interrupted by Donald's shenanigans. Yeah, so the main twist behind the Hades Cup is that it's a giant marathon fight. So we basically have 49 matches that we gotta get through. And they start off easy to begin with, but they get pretty hard as it goes on. So I will be... Like, Donald... I can't say the same about Donald's these items, but I will be playing pretty conservatively with my stuff. It's a 24-hour marathon. It's not that bad. It's 50 matches, not 500. Although if they bring the Coliseum, if they bring the tournaments back in Kingdom Hearts 3 and they make a 500 match marathon, I'm gonna get pissed. Dice spooters. That's a bad spooter. Hey, it's a rare truffle. Can we juggle him? Can we get a repeat from my highlight in the previous stream? I can't see why not. Oh! Fail! Fail! I am a failure. The thing is, I managed to pull it off stream. When I was doing my item grinding. I actually got another mystery goo that way. Alright, anyway. On to Yuffie. You're damn right it's gonna hurt. You don't have Leon to protect you this time. And I have Aeroga too, so your shurikens don't do anything now. A neener neener nee. A neener neener nee. I also get the Genji shield from doing this fight. It's a decent shield, but Goofy's got better at this point. I hope it's easy. More pirates. That was easy. See, first 10, like the first 20, 25 rounds are actually pretty easy. Like the real challenge with the Hades Cup is the time trial. You get a solid 20 minutes to get through all the matches, but a good chunk of them are a good chunk of the matches are boss fights. So even with like the optimum strategy, like I still tend to have like about 6 minutes or so by the time I finish it. I also kind of like how some of the Heartless groups have really creative team names. Get bodied. Your Fury Swipes doesn't work this time. Alright, so now we get the first boss. Boss in air quotes. And it's the Behemoth! He's got a black and orange recolor. I love it. I'm telling you, man, the Behemoth recolors are the best. He does have a lot more HP this time around, though. It's like a solid 1500. I don't know, I probably could have cheesed that with the strike raid, but I'm trying to save some of my MP. I think it might have helped if I brought an extra ether.
This should help.
This is another reason why it's probably a good idea to do some level practice with these super bosses. Is I really would like to get my strength and defense up. Especially when I do get to the time trial. Because Thundaga will only get you so far in saving time. Like eventually you're just gonna have to just damage the crap out of him. Oh. Bye, Donald. Rip items. And there's our Blizzaga upgrade. Although I don't really use Blizzaga that much. But I can get an item. I can get an item from Wonderland now, too. Now that I think about it. Not because of Blizzaga, but because of another treasure chest fight. I'm gonna have to remember to do that when I get to this marathon. Yeah, I wouldn't say that this tournament truly gets hard until probably after the Cloud and Leon fight. And at this point, I've got MP Rage and MP Haste, so my magic will go up at a will recover at a decent rate. So even if I don't have Goofy to protect, or Goofy to buff me. Sorry, no clown armor this time, but I did get Fem armor. I did get the Femi pink armor. Ah, dang it, the Green Requiem heal again. There we go.
This should help.
I was trying to see if I could get a critical hit finisher in to kill him before he could get recovered, because sometimes that does happen. Probably would if I had used Ars Arcane. Die, Spooter! God, I love Combo Master. Now this one I definitely want to get rid of. Alright, he's alone now. Oh, this is a great recolor too. Like the whole black camo thing, that looks great. So far, so good. Magic Force. Sorry, I killed your MVP. See, the thing about making a magic-oriented team, they are all squishy wizards. We only have one squishy wizard on our team. Die, Angel Star. Ha! Gotcha. That was a buttery smooth fight. Oh hey, Devil Flare, look at your favorite. Like this one, I don't have to do as much hitting on. So, especially since I have Aeroga. Like with Aeroga and Kiraga, I can shoot this pretty easily. He's already down a health bar. I'm sorry, did I trigger you? Uh-oh. This is bad. May actually have to burn some elixirs when I do a time trial. And you're dead. It's okay, Devil Flare. He's dead. And look, we get Thundaga. Or as I like to call it, the MVP of the time trial. Alright, part 3. Ow. Ow. You're all jerks. Air pirates trying to take my booty. Actually, that sounded bad. I apologize.
That's the power of the Keyblade!
Indeed it is.
Come on!
I can't reach him. The parry kill. Eh. There we go. God, I love the Ultima Weapon's range. It's so good. It's even better in Kingdom Hearts 2. Shadow Storm. One of the wave fights. Fortunately, they're just shadows. They can troll, though. It's like in a time trial, I tend to burn a few points of MP in this. There we go.
Nothing to it.
Indeed. 25. We're almost halfway there.
Nothing to it.
Hey, there's the clown armor. Alright, just gotta get rid of this last limb. Ow. And you're dead. Damn, Goofy took that cannon to the face and he's still standing. Come on, Donald. Learn a little. Your shenanigans won't work on me. Oh my gosh, come on.
Come on! Oh yeah! Come on!
So far, so good. Ah, the fun one! Ow. Dude, thanks for the MP gift. Try to get rid of Leon first if possible.
It's over!
This should help.
Now we got it.
Come on!
Get this!
Defense!
It's over!
He's almost done. Okay, there we go. I was harried by Cloud. I was getting harried by Cloud a lot, so because the other two characters died. Hey, Donald learned second chance before me. I'm getting distracted a lot.
Heal. See ya.
Uh-oh. 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 Ha! Thank you, Leaf Bracer. You saved me from a terrible fate. Of course, Cloud would hit hard. He's borrowing his hit. He's borrowing his damage calculation smash. And I get the Lionheart Keyblade. A really useful Keyblade that's immediately getting the bench. Like Lionheart gets no love. Like both Lionheart and the what is it called? Sleeping Lion in Kingdom Hearts 2? Now, the thing is Hades hits hard too, so I gotta be careful.
That's the power of the Keyblade.
Because I could die if I'm not careful. Damn.
Heal.
Well, yeah, that too. You just figure because Squall is such a popular character, you figure his Keyblade would get a little bit more love.
Come on.
Yeah, so this is where it's getting hard now. Tougher enemies, both allies are out of items. We've still got 2 major boss fights, and they're both actually kind of hard. The Rock Titan, I think, can actually one-shot if I'm not careful. Like, if I don't have Arrow Gut up at all. Oh, Donald did still have a high potion. Why didn't you just use Cure? You dumb bird? Duck? Whatever. Mother Ducker? That fat bandit is really trying to snipe. Ha! No cigar.
Nothing to it.
This is getting a little intense. No shield bashing for you. Goofy just got a little bit tankier. It is. I still prefer Ultima Weapon though over Decisive Pumpkin, both in design and overall usability. But that's because I use a lot of magic, especially Cure. Like, I'll almost use Cure exclusively instead of items, depending on the situation. Like, especially if you combine, like, the Ultima Weapon with 4 Full Bloom Pluses, and the MP Haste and Hastera that you get, your MP recovers at an absurd rate. Fuck. Get down from there! Alright, I better heal before I get screwed over. See, I'm able to keep my...
Yo, hey, how you doing, everybody? Yeah, got a minute? Hades, Lord of the Dead, nice to see you. Hey, guess what? I got a place for you down under!
Donald healed Goofy before the fight started. That is goddamn amazing. Also, thanks to Goofy, I'm able to keep my MP well within like 6 range. Damn, see how hard he is? You don't even really have to like glide or anything, you can just run around. Uh-oh. It's like, you gotta be careful, he can kill you really easily. Oh, come on.
That's it. That all you got? Feel the heat. Hey, you having fun yet?
Come on!
That's it.
Alright, he's about halfway done. He doesn't get any more complicated. His problem, like his issue is he just does so much damage.
I'm starting to get warmed up.
I like that. Yeah, sometimes I run in the way I'm not supposed to. But he's almost done. There he goes. It's like, it's an easy fight to win, you just have to be careful.
What are you doing? Stop! Hey guys, get away from me! Oh,
Bye bye, Hades. And we get Graviga. And I get that report. Yeah, part of it is because we're only like in the low 60s in level. So that's part of the difficulty right there. But he's not a hard fight. His only difficulty is he just does so much damage with each hit. You can die, like even with Aeroga, you can die in 2 hits if you're not careful. Especially on staff route. This fight's not that bad. And as long as we don't screw up, the Rock Titan should be pretty easy. There we go.
That's the power of the Keyblade.
We're almost there. We're making good time too. Now, believe it or not, it's easier to get rid of the invisibles first, if possible. Except in that instance. You know what? Never mind. I take back what I said. Next fight. How did you get the highlight? You were dead like a 3/4 of the fight. And these guys, I don't even know. This is trolling, right? This is definitely trolling right here. Like, the only thing that's worth doing is throwing a Mega Elixir during the time trial, and then just getting rid of these. Like, don't even play their game. They don't even drop any items. Because you can't get items in the Coliseum. So now we got, the rest of them are wave fights, I believe. No wait, there's one with 2 stealth scenes. In one, I remember that. Oh, come on. It's like that fight, and then the rest are wave fights. Notice I'm getting more tech points and experience points because of all those tech boosts.
Come on! Heal! Oh yeah!
Yeah. So the next 2 are going to be wave fights. Same thing with like all the other boss rounds before. And at this point, I'm mostly still attacking them despite their HP barriers just to get MP back. Hey, I got both of them.
This should help.
We're doing good.
Come on!
No kicking talons. Oh yeah, the magic trolling. You know, I'll counterattack until the cows come home, I don't care. Now, I didn't show doing the Hercules Cup alone or the time trial, because I did that off camera last time. But I will definitely do the Hades Cup on the next stream, for both alone and the time trial. And I'll probably do that. Yeah, I might do that before I do Super Bosses. We'll see.
Take that!
Come on!
Oh, now I'm in jackpot.
Come on! Come on! Come on!
Ow!
Win!
See, this is the part of the fight that sucks. Bad. Bad. Okay. Okay, good. Good, good, good. No lead for no decapitation for you. I tricked it. The leaf bracer invincibility frames. Okay, you can die now. Is that all of them? Yes, it is. We're in it to win it, the last match. Let's try not to get stopped like a Goomba. We're this far in the game. If we turn into Goombas, this is going to be embarrassing. I'm calling it right now. In fact, I may just quit video games altogether. One tech point, one tech point, one tech point, one tech point, one tech point. Let's just call this what it is. One tech point to fight. Also, fight with the 3 purple HP bars. Alright, there's 2 more bars left. Come on, this fight is piece of cake. Don't let me get stomped. Don't let me get stomped. Boom! Swag finish! Yeah! Ars Arcanum finisher hype. Because when you gotta win in style. You gotta do that swag finish. And now he's just a crumpled mess. See you in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Not bad, huh?
We're the champs!
Dang right, you better celebrate. Hey, don't lose your hair over it. Sorry, I'm feeling really good. And we get Trinity Limit. One of the most awesome but impractical abilities in the game. And it's funny that it only costs 1 AP to equip because you have to have a minimum of 3 MP to use it, but it takes everybody's MP completely away and then calculates the damage based on how much it is. It is garbage. Dang, I won't lie, that was good. Now, there's just a couple more tiny things that I've left to do. And then I'm probably going to call it good on tonight's stream. First thing is, I'm going to throw Blizzica on all of these torches.
Deep freeze!
Oh yeah, it's gonna make a chest spawn that I can't get, I just realized.
Deep freeze. Deep
Because it's a gummy block. Oh well.
Deep freeze.
May as well show how to do it just in case. Because if you look in here... Oh no, it's the Shiva belt! I forgot. It was a gummy block in the original game. And this one is the Shiva belt. Basically, it's just like the... It's very similar to the Ifrit and Rama belt. One focuses on strength, another focuses on AP, the other one focuses on MP. They're okay, but by this point in the game, we've got much better. Well, yeah, of course it's better in Kingdom Hearts 2. It's much better in Kingdom Hearts 2, actually. Let me get an Orichalcum from examining that. Sir Random LL is followed. Thank you so much for the follow. Wow, I'm getting a lot of new followers today. That's pretty hype. That's pretty hype. Everyone who's followed me on stream, even just a little bit, you guys are awesome. Alright, so the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Wonderland. Well, maybe last. I don't know, do you guys want to see me get trolled by the stealth soldiers? Like, that's literally all I have left to do in terms of materials. I feel like if I'm going to be like a completionist, I may as well get it on stream. Or try to. Because I've done a lot of material farming off stream, like off camera. I don't know, let me know. Like 3.5 hours is a little bit of a shorter stream compared to the other ones. But anyway, the reason I came back here is I want to kill this wave because eating these Heartless will spawn a treasure chest that has a Mega Elixir, if I recall. And trust me, Mega Elixirs have so much value that you almost never want to use them. Like, I've actually used 3 Mega Elixirs before already when I was farming the Grand Ghost in Monstro. Yep, there's the Mega Elixir. And I think that's all the treasure chests in the game too, now that I think about it. There's no way to really tell because it doesn't actually give you the treasure chest list like in other games. But I'm fairly confident that that's the last of them. Yeah, so at this point, I just have character sheet left and the reports. But all of those come from the super bosses. So those should complete afterwards. The minigames section... I need to do the Hades Cup Time trial, and I need to do the Jungle Vines minigame. Once I got both of those, that should complete the minigame section in the journal. I think I have to do... Like, there are 4 Vine minigames, and I think I have to do each of them once. But now that we have Super Glide, that's actually really easy. You know what? We can do it for a little bit. Like, I don't know. I really want to complete the... Moogle Synthesis Shop tonight. So why don't we do that? It's time for another round of trolling, because that's a great way to end the stream, right? And with the Ultima Weapon, it's going to be a lot easier. Let me make sure everyone's got, Lucky Strike. Because the energy stone drop is not 100%. So we definitely want Lucky Strike to boost the chances of that. Did he get AP? Oh, whoops. I can throw a cheer back on. Yeah, Donald learned second chance before me because I picked the staff route. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Throw that on. And there, Donald can actually take a hit now. It's a Christmas miracle. It's a Christmas miracle. Aw, Zernos. I don't know. Everyone keep an eye out for if I get troll kills. But I don't think it's gonna show up now. That's a shame. Alright, let's try to get at least one more. Let's try to get at least one stealth soldier to spawn. Oh, I got a shiny crystal. Wait, I see it! I see it! There he is! Boom! Energy stone drop! Sweet! 1 down, 5 to go. Actually, I'm gonna go up here because that's where the stealth soldiers will be. Maybe? There he is. Ah, sweet! Energy stone number 3. Or 2. It's 2. I need 5 more. Oh gosh. I'm blind. It's right there. Yeah, I just need 3 more. Oh! Okay, he gave me 1 troll kick and then he fucked off. Alright. If you want to be that way, then so be it. Okay, so I guess I'll try to explain what I'll probably do in between each of the next sessions. At this point, it's probably just going to be level grinding. And I'll probably also try to get some additional, like, AP and... or, not AP, but, strength up and defense ups, just to give Sora a little bit of extra boost. Just so that he's just that much more prepared for the super bosses. Maybe get some elixir drops too. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to leave. I forget, I have to leave the world and just come back in to get it to spawn. But my big goal is to try to get to at least level 90 before the next stream. At this point, it's just the super bosses and then the end of the game. Like, if you don't include the remaining 2 rounds of the Hades Cup, it's basically just the super bosses and then the end of the game. So what I want to do is I want to get up to because we pick the staff route, we don't learn second chance until level 90. So I want to get to level 90 to learn second chance. Just in the off chance that I screw up during the super boss fights, which can happen. I'm not like Biscuit47 who can play absolutely everything perfectly. As cool as that would be.
Win!
Hey, there's an elixir. Alright, no stealth soldier in this one. And Arrow Gut also really helps with chipping down the stealth soldier's health. Hey, much needed HP increase. No stealth soldier again. I may have to soft reset again. See if that'll make a difference. I don't know. It's getting a little late and I'm kind of tired. I don't know. I'll leave it up to you in chat. Do you want me to continue farming the stealth soldiers? Or are you fine with me just doing it off camera? And then when I come back on, I'll just show getting the last item. Because at this point, we're pretty much at the tail end of the stream. And honestly, 3 hours and 48 minutes, pretty good time. Like, I was expecting it to be a bit of a shorter stream, but it turned out really well. Ooh, another elixir. Off camera, wet rest is important. Alright. Yeah, especially when I'm falling off the edge without even realizing it. It's probably a good idea to make a stop. I'll just do one more. I'll do one more round in here and see if I can't get another one to spawn. After that, I'll just go ahead and call it a night. Hey, Bright Crystal, I could get another Cosmic Arts if I wanted. In fact, I wonder if I should get Cosmic Arts for that. Nah, no Stealth Soldier this time. But at the very least, I've at least displayed how to handle them. So I think that's probably fitting enough for the guide. Especially since I'll be immediately... Okay. I will be immediately putting this up on YouTube. Once I end the stream. Alright, we're almost... More bright shards. Yeah, I'll probably farm for Cosmic Arts off screen as well. It'll be good experience points at the same time. I'm definitely gonna need a lot of that money for high potion chains. Or to get more high potions. So I'm definitely gonna need a full supply of high potions for particularly for Kurtziza. Since that fight will seal your magic for about half the fight. You're definitely going to want a good healthy stock of items to get through it. There we go. See, everything's looking good. Oh, we'll check out that portal next time, for sure. We're gonna do, like... Next time, we're going to do all the super boss fights. We're going to do the encore rounds of the Hades Cup. We'll be doing it solo, we'll be doing it with the time trial. Especially since I didn't get to show the Hercules Cup time trial. I will definitely do the Hades Cup time trial. I will also be... I don't know, I might show off some of the gummy missions too if we have time. But basically, after the super bosses in the Hades Cup, it's pretty much just a straight shot to the end of the game at that point. So stay tuned next week for that, as we'll definitely be keeping a good look on that. I will be streaming again tomorrow, but it's going to be part 2 of Golden Sun. And I'm hoping to make that one a little bit of a longer stream than it was last week. Depending. I don't know what time I'm going to start doing that stream. It might be... I'm almost probably tempted to start streaming at 6 p.m. again. I want to try to find a good time to... like a good regular time that's easy for people to schedule, so that I'm not always bouncing around my start times. So I think I'm going to try that again. I'm going to try going at 6 p.m. again tomorrow. Continue Golden Sun 1 at that point. So with that, that's basically it. Just under 4 hours. It's been great. Super big thank you to everyone who followed today. You guys are freaking amazing. You guys make it worth all the trouble to do all this to help entertain you guys. Big shout out to Double Flare for all of his input in the chat. You are also awesome. Always enjoy hanging out with you. And for everyone else, whether you caught this live or you're following it on YouTube, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good night!